Everybody wave. Today's date is December 3rd, 2025. My name is Walter Gray, and I'm giving my presentation for harsher punishment for violations of the Savannah's Law Act. This is Deputy Savannah Puckett. On January 19th, 2022, she called the Robertson County Dispatch on 911 to say that her ex-boyfriend was at her residence. One of the last phrases she spoke to dispatch is, "He's not supposed to be at my house." January 23rd, 2022, deputies responded to Ms. Puckett's home in the 5100 block of Highway 41 in Springfield to find it fully engulfed in flames. When the firefighters extinguished the flame, they found Ms. Puckett's body inside, full of bullet holes and doused with lighter fluid. Her ex-boyfriend unalived her and attempted to burn the house down to cover up the murder. Representative Sabi Kumar of Springfield proposed a bill, House Bill 1200, and was sponsored by Representative Becky Massey of Knoxville on March 25th, 2025 for Savannah's Law. This law is designed to help prevent repeat domestic violence offenders from keep repeating the crime. May 27th, 2025, Governor Bill Lee signed the bill into law, and it will go into effect January 1st, 2026. Savannah's Law requires all repeat domestic violence offenders to register with TBI for violating domestic violence laws. On the first offense, if it happens within the first 6 months of the domestic violence, of signing the law, the offender will get their time extended for another year. If this happens again, they have to stay on the register for a minimum of 5 years. My proposal to the state of Tennessee is that we require harsher punishments for people who violate this law. I propose on the first offense, they get a minimum of 180 days in jail. On the second offense, they have to go to jail for a year. Third and subsequent offense, but hopefully there won't be one. On the third offense, they go to jail for a minimum of 10 years. After 10 years, the state of Tennessee can see if they've learned anything while they've been in prison and offer them parole. If they have not, then they stay in until they show that they will not repeat the pattern. And in rare cases, when the suspect unalives their victims, I think it should be a mandatory death sentence with a capital punishment charge with no chance of appeal, because they have been given 3 previous chances to not violate the law, and they have violated it and unalived their victims. According to Tennessee.gov, the statistics for domestic violence victims are female 39.6 and males 36.8. According to the website breakthecycle.org, Tennessee rates low with a letter grade of D for services provided to domestic violence victims. They show that they have little to no resources to help domestic violence victims when they are in fear of their offenders. In an article written by Klein in 2013, he states that GPS monitoring for domestic violence victims is not a deterrent. And if the suspects want to commit the crime, they will commit the crime whether or not they are on GPS monitoring or not. Also in an article written by T.K. Logan and Robert Walker in 2010, 50% of victims felt less fearful and felt no protection order violations for the first 6 months. But that still leaves 50% of victims who didn't feel safe. It is everyone's responsibility to make sure that these laws that are passed are enforced, including the offender. If an offender feels that there are little to no repercussions when they break the law, they will continue to break the law. In conclusion, a person victimized Miss Puckett. He continued to stalk and harass her even after she notified people in her life that this person was bothering her. To protect her, the state of Tennessee, to protect future victims, the state of CNC passed a law that says you must register when you continually violate the domestic violence law. If there are no repercussions or the suspect has no fear of repercussions, they will continue to break the law. We need to prevent this. So I plead with the state of Tennessee to amend your laws to make mandatory jail time up to and including lifetime if the victim or if the suspect continues to break the law. Thank you for your time.